Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Newark, New Jersey. Welcome to 550 Broad, and welcome to ES550, or the new home of Equal Space. My name is Aisha Glover, and I have the privilege of serving as the Global Head of Urban Innovation at Audible, as well as your MC this morning. So give me some grace. It is truly a great day in Newark when we're celebrating entrepreneurship, when we're celebrating new businesses opening, when we're celebrating innovation and creativity, and most importantly, when we celebrate removing barriers and creating access and opportunity. So I do have to say I love my job. I'm not just saying that because my CEO is here. I love this city, and I love the intentionality behind Audible's impact and engagement work. Audible established its headquarters in Newark, New Jersey in 2007, and has consistently shown up for the city during economic booms and economic downturns. From investing in the next generation of leaders, through our internship program, to keeping restaurants afloat for years following the pandemic, to creating the first Newark-based venture capital fund in Newark Venture Partners, the groundwork has been laid for our efforts to attract startups and retailers to our hometown. One very thoughtful approach was to ensure that we were not only bringing in new business, and all the native Newarkers in the room know about this. It's not just investing in outsiders coming in and attracting additional business, but helping those who are already here to expand. Enter Equal Space. Co-founders City Medina and Ralphie Roman are a force. They have never wavered from their mission to create an equal space, one that is accessible and where people and entrepreneurs can find their true selves. It is a great honor to support their vision and ours at Audible to help grow a tech and innovation ecosystem that is diverse, inclusive, and looks like our now and our future. With that, I'd like to bring up City Medina to share more about why this space is so significant. Medina.
When Face ID does not want to work. Like, whose face? Welcome home. And good morning. I can't tell you how much this means to me to look at these faces. So many in this room have played a part in this journey to getting to this moment, and they say, what, it takes years to get to moments. So I'm gonna take this moment in for a second. I could not be more prouder to have everyone here at the ribbon cutting and vision unveiling of our second campus here in the great city of Newark. ES550 is our tech and innovation campus built to suit the growing needs of our startup ecosystem in Newark. That's the mission of Equal Space since our inception nearly 10 years ago, to provide access and resources to diverse founders through community and space. Here, companies are homegrown, and those that intentionally choose to be a part of this great city, they can become members of this space, or they can become a spacer, as we call our people here. What you're currently in is the phase one of a 50,000 square foot facility where you can choose to utilize everything from our suites to our headquarter units. You can take advantage of our podcast suites and multimedia studios. You can host your next 300-person convening in our tech-enabled event space. And the choice is yours, but what you will know is that you're going to enter into a culture that looks and truly sees you as a whole self, and will also celebrate your identity, be it LGBTQIA+ or femme-identifying, immigrant, non-binary. This is an inclusive space. This is home. So the vision we set could not have been made a reality without the partners in this room, without the waymaking of our partnership with Audible, or the empowerment of the leaders at Wells Fargo. The scale of this campus could not be met without the allyship of anchors like Prudential Foundation, or the vision sharing with entities like Newark Alliance and Invest Newark. ES550 could not expand to become a state anchor without the investment of the NJEDA, and we couldn't have found a better home than here at 550 Broad Street, a Fidelco Group property. And shout out to Mark Burson and Carrie Levin. Both understood what equitable development means, and it means the deed and not the word. So I'm going to turn the podium over to the amazing partners who share in this vision, who will share thoughts on the campus and where we're moving forward to. But I want to thank my team at Equal Space. I have to thank the profound talent at Define Talent. I have to thank the Sky Blue Media team who have amplified our voice and put us in spaces we would not exist in media. I have to thank and always choose to serve the brilliant members of this space. And I have to thank my co-founder, Ralphie Roman, who stepped out on the idea of this little Afro-Latino kid and believed in me. And as always, I have to tell everyone in the room that today is a moment, but there's nothing in space and opportunity, so welcome home. And I'm gonna turn this over to the amazing Aisha Glover.
All right, he both managed to call me amazing and Audible a waymaker, so I just wanted to make sure y'all caught that. Okay. So next, I'd like to bring up our Newark City Council President, our Central Ward Councilwoman, native Newarker, champion of the Central Ward, and all-around competent and fierce human, Council President LaMonica MacGyver.
So I'm like, who's next? Who's she talking about? So good morning, everyone. Everyone looks so amazing. It's so packed in here, Medina. We all the way outside. But it's a pleasure to be here on behalf of the City Council, as well as our mayor, our great mayor, the best mayor on this side of the planet, Mayor Rash J. Baraka, to be here. Yes, I heard somebody say, woo, you could have clapped for that, because our mayor is amazing. I'm so honored to be here sitting with our fearless Deputy Mayor, Allison Ladd, who's sitting right next to me, and I'm just chopping her ear off, but she's amazing as well, so it's a pleasure to be here. We're just super excited about this. I had an opportunity, I got a sneak peek. About a couple of months ago, I was here for a meeting, and I mean, just soon as you walk in, don't you feel good? You know, when you walk in, I always say this, can we get like City Hall like this? You know, when you walk in, you just feel great. You know, it feels at home, it looks good, smells good. The treats always make it better. But it's just a great space. And I always say, Medina, he must have been a, you know, designer at some point in his you know, before life, because each space, whether you go to Market Street or you come here, it's always amazing. It's always fabulous. And we're just excited about it. We want to at first thank Audible and Prudential, because you know how I feel when we put our coins together and we work together to invest in businesses here in the city that is going to bring more possibilities for entrepreneurs here in the city. It's always a great day, and they know I'm always begging about, you know, for them about that. It's no secret. I'm a transparent, you know, leader, so they know we're always talking about this. This is always a conversation within the city about private and public partnerships and how do we bring more into our city, and we're proud about that. That's progressiveness. It helps our community. It helps our business community, and this is an example of that. So let's clap it up for that. Clap it up for the sponsors and those who make it possible. And Audible and Prudential have been totally committed to the city and different. We're always together. You're with us here today at Equal Space, but we're always together on different initiatives and things that we're working on here in the city, and we appreciate that, and we're thankful for that. So congratulations. I'm excited to be here. Can't wait to keep coming back to be able to, you know, explore this space. I heard it's 3 floors, which I found that out today. I've only been to 1. But I'm super excited about visiting the other floors, and it's just great. Tell everyone about it. Always say, when you come here, you're going to get your pictures and, you know, all of that, but get on your socials, tell folks about this space in the city of Newark and our arts and culture and education district. Woo for that, right across the street from Harriet Tubman Square. Tell folks about that. They need to know about that in the great city of Newark. So thank you all for being here, and thank you all for having me.
I was remiss in not giving Deputy Mayor Allison Ladd a shout out. Awesome thought partner and really helps to move so many initiatives forward in the city. So thank you, Allison. I think we are transitioning now to a video. Yes, no? Can I have some not? Yes? Okay. And you're doing that from back there? No, I mean, like, I don't need to press a button. Okay. All right. We do have remarks from our Senator, Cory Booker.
Hey everybody, it's Cory Booker. I'm thrilled to welcome you all today to the ribbon cutting for Equal Space's new campus. Thank you to Medina and the team at Equal Space for creating a vibrant, inclusive, nurturing, and nourishing environment for the builders in our community. I am inspired by your mission to drive entrepreneurship and innovation in my city, Newark, New Jersey. I'm grateful for your record for attracting multicultural founders. Equal Space and organizations like it are helping so many discover what we already know, that Newark has unassailable assets for businesses, from our transportation superstructure, infrastructure, our great colleges and universities, and our diversity, to our anchor institutions that have been driving this great city forward in every imaginable way for years and years. I know many of those institutions that are here today. I know them personally, and I celebrate all of your years of work that have contributed to this moment right here and the abundance that is coming more and more from the city of Newark. Collectively, you are building a thriving ecosystem that is creating jobs and multiplying opportunity in the great city of Newark. I know that Newark has something to prove, and we will show that the American dream can thrive here and therefore has hope everywhere. Thank you to Equal Space and everyone involved in its success for supporting really the bedrock of our economy all over this country, small businesses and startups. Thank you for elevating them to greater heights and helping them achieve their dreams. Congratulations on the opening of Equal Space's campus. Congratulations on making Newark even greater. Thank you.
Next up, I'd like to introduce Wells Fargo Senior Vice President and Community Relations Northeast Region Senior Manager. That is a very long title, Chrissy Moore.
It is a very long title, and thank you for the introduction. I'm going to pull this back. But yes, I'm Chrissy Moore, Senior Vice President of Community Relations for the Northeast Region at Wells Fargo. And on behalf of Wells Fargo and my colleagues that are here today, we're really proud to help celebrate the opening of Equal Space, is new tech and innovation campus. So give them all a round of applause. I'd like to just give a special shout out to the Equal Space founders and team for having the foresight to bring together key partners to make this expansion possible. Quite frankly, the space is really impressive. I had a chance to look through last week and just hats off to you. I'd like to also recognize the many partners, elected and appointed officials that are here today, including Deputy Mayor Ladd, City Council President McIver, NJEDA, Audible, Fidelco, Prudential, Newark Alliance, and Invest Newark. You all play such a critical role here in Newark for the small business community, helping to make Newark just this vibrant place to live, work, visit, and raise your families. So Newark is defined by its small businesses and the diversity of its neighborhoods, and that's what makes the presence of Equal Space so incredibly powerful. It gives entrepreneurs an opportunity to build and grow right here. Equal Space has been serving the small business community here in Newark for over a decade, and that is something really to take great pride in. And it's the reason why we at Wells Fargo wanted to help support the expansion to this new campus with a $500,000 philanthropic investment. We know that owning a small business is not an easy thing, and helping small businesses persevere and navigate the ups and downs is really key to what we do with entrepreneurship as a major focus for Wells. Wells is the bank of doing, and we proudly work with more than 3 million businesses on the business side, and then also through our work with nonprofit partners are able to reach that many more. In fact, we have a retail location on the first floor, if you all didn't know. Just saying. Small businesses, and especially diverse and women-owned small businesses, will continue to be a focus for us at Wells. And as Equal Space's mission is to serve small businesses largely led by people of color, women and entrepreneurs, and members of the LGBTQ+ community, we look forward to working together to help them thrive and succeed. And so we are committed to Equal Space, we're committed to the community, and we will continue to invest here in initiatives that support small businesses here in Newark. So with that, thank you and congratulations, Equal Space.
Fun fact, Wells Fargo was the first funder to come in following Audible's initial seed investment. So thank you, Chrissy. Next up, I'd like to welcome Tiffany Jackson, Director of Inclusive Solutions at Prudential. Up for remarks. Tiffany in particular has led the investment of many collaborative efforts with Audible, including events and activations in Tubman Square, which I want to just call out because that is key to our broader vision of creating a thriving downtown. Tiffany?
Thank you, Aisha, and good morning, everyone. So as Aisha said, I'm Tiffany Jackson. I'm the Director of Inclusive Solutions at Prudential, and my main responsibility is to direct the company's philanthropic investments in Newark, the city that I'm very proud to be born and raised. So it gives me great pleasure, right, that I get to support my own community. And Prudential has been around for 150 years. All 150 years have been located and headquartered in Newark. But simply being founded in Newark or headquartered in Newark for 150 years doesn't give you license, right, to continue doing the work. You have to innovate. You have to continue to invest. You have to continue to partner, right? And I'm very proud that over the last 10 years alone, Prudential has invested $1.2 billion into the city of Newark. That includes our investment in Equal Space. And it's been said before, but we know that small businesses are the lifeblood of our neighborhoods and of our community. And we have to make sure that small businesses thrive so that we all can thrive, but it also reflects the communities they serve. Chiefly, what is important is that small businesses and founders and startups can't just extract from the community. They have to be additive. They have to give back, right? And that's how we all rise. And that's exactly what Equal Space does, right? It's not just a space, right? It's a community. And the way that you invite the community in, I think is really what makes this space transformative. So we are very proud that we're able to watch Equal Space grow, for them to serve more and more people of the community that reflects the community. And we wish you very much success as you continue to expand in this great city. Thank you.
Next up, please join me in welcoming President and CEO of Invest Newark, Marcus Randolph. Marcus, along with Audible, the Deputy Mayor, and Newark Alliance CEO, worked tirelessly last year to replicate Audible's business attraction program and launched the city's retail revitalization program, targeting vacant and abandoned ground floor properties. So it's such a great example on how, as a private institution, we can pilot things, we can test them out, and then the city, and sometimes the state, takes that on to replicate and ensure even greater impact. So with that, Marcus, please join us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Medina, thanks for including me. This feels like the DJ Cassidy Pass the Mic tour. It's like, who's up, who's up? Yes, I'm Marcus Randolph, President and CEO of Invest Newark. Invest Newark is the economic development corporation for the great city of Newark, New Jersey. I was thinking about this. I think my first external meeting when I started at Invest Newark was with you. I'm pretty sure that's right. And though we didn't give you what you wanted that day, look where we are right now. But what I remember though is like, man, this guy can really spin a story. Like he can really like give you the vision. That was like my takeaway from that meeting. So it's amazing, right, to be here today. And I can say truthfully, like, so we caught hold of the vision. So we're happy that we were able to allocate some resources to this project. And we are hosting maybe the first or one of the first. We're hosting a training program starting this Thursday right here at Equal Space. So we're really proud to be supporting in that way as well. I just wish you nothing but the best. This is a fantastic, fantastic example of what we can do when we all come together. So congrats.
All right, hopefully there's not a theme here between Marcus and Evan, since I previously held both of their positions before coming to Audible. But I will say at the least it has nurtured a strong sense of collaboration. And Evan Weiss has been a valued and trusted thought partner for me. And just has the entity has a really strong commitment to revitalizing Halsey Street and also leveraging the power of the corporations and anchor institutions in Newark. So Evan, please come up for remarks.
It's just amazing to be here, and I think, Marcus said this as well, which is just, this is vision made real. There are a lot of places like this in the United States, and I think one of the ways I really got to know and respect Medina was just the immense knowledge of how this works, how this gets done all over the country, but what needs to be different. And I think what I've seen here, now I was in this space last week, I was in this space 3 weeks before that, is that it is different. And that while this takes learnings from Tulsa, from Pittsburgh, from New York City, from Texas, there's nothing like this in America. I don't think. I mean, I've just never seen something of this power, this unique power here. And part of that power, this has already been said, is just like the very unique number of institutions and individuals that came to make this happen, to see Prudential and Audible and Invest Newark and EDA, the city council, Wells Fargo, so many trying to make this possible, and then it became possible. I think the last thing is just what's going to come out of here. The incredible businesses, the incredible organizations, that's what's so amazing, the multiplier effect of what Medina's been able to create and will be creating constantly, this huge flow. And I think truly lastly is just Medina, Ralphie, Kelly, Jonathan, we at the Newark Alliance have gotten to work with so many different parts of Equal Space and just watched it turn into this even stronger and stronger, well-oiled machine. And whether it's at the 89 Market location and now here, it represents this incredible collective of place and of people. And it's just so incredible, for the Newark Alliance to be able to be part of this along with so many of our members and partners. Thank you.
Okay, next up, I'd like to bring George Santos, who serves as the Chief Real Estate Officer at the New Jersey Economic Development Authority. I had the privilege of being appointed to the board of the NJEDA by Governor Murphy in 2019, and really witnessed the organization's deep commitment, not only to investing in entrepreneurs, but ensuring the growth and revitalization of Newark. George?
Good morning. Thank you for having me here today. On behalf of EDA and our CEO, Tim Sullivan, who couldn't make it here today, I want to say that today is a great day. I was first introduced to Equal Space and I met Medina about 10 years ago when I was working for the city, and we watched him grow this company from a small co-working space to an integral part of the Newark tech scene. Throughout its journey and growth, its mission has remained the same, creating a welcoming and inclusive space for underserved entrepreneurs in the Newark region. And that mission aligns well with the mission of NJEDA, which is why we were happy to award a grant under our Activation, Revitalization, and Transformation, or ART program, That program is the brainchild of another favorite daughter of Newark, Ty Cooper, who would love to be here today but is home with her new baby. Okay, round of applause for Ty. I think her sister's here, right? Where'd she go? There she is. Hey, Jamila. The grant Equal Space received is part of a $15 million investment by that program in various Newark projects that we expect to have ripple effects in the local economy, bringing people and economic activity to downtown Newark. Investing in projects like Equal Space in buildings like 550 Broad should be a signal to the market that the state of New Jersey is going to adapt to the changing market dynamics that we're seeing today and continue to invest in our downtowns. And whether it's real estate programs like Aspire that fund projects like the NJPAC redevelopment or 930 McCarter around the corner, or strategic investments in initiatives like HACS at 707 Broad, or the various other assistance we provide across the state, NJEDA is doubling down on Newark and its economic future. And we're able to do so because of strong local leadership by Mayor Baraka, by the City Council, by the staff at the city and Invest Newark, which are great local partners. This is the latest but not the last investment by NJEDA and Governor Murphy's administration in Newark's continued revitalization. We're thrilled to be a small part of it today. Thank you.
All right, so next, this is a pretty easy introduction to do. Kerry Levine and the Fidelco team have quickly become fast friends. There are not many developers or property owners who get it, and I'll just leave it like that in case there are some developer-adjacent people in the room. They really leverage their real estate to push forward this larger vision. They buy into the importance of creating space that is accessible. They also happen to be our landlords at Audible. And actually, this all started when Audible was looking for co-working or a shared space operator. And it turns out so was Fidelco. So we decided to join forces and attract one that we both believe aligned with the impact that we were trying to have. And we met with all the usual suspects in this space, though I will not name names. And still, we decided on Equal Space. Kerry Levine, please join us for remarks.
Wow, I'm shorter than you. Thank you. So why did Fidelco purchase 550 Broad Street? One of the many reasons was to start to connect from NJPAC, a building and a institution that means so much to us and spearheaded so much in the city, to the other properties on the north end, in the downtown, in the Arts and Education District. Connecting everything together that's going on down here, and then the pandemic happened. So what happens in a building like this when the pandemic happens? Well, people leave. People don't come into work. People reconfigure. And we find ourselves pretty vacant. So why would people come back into work? What makes people want to come back into the office? We went through this time period where we said, oh, well, we're still going to keep putting money into the building. We're still going to develop and fix things, everything that you can't see. But we're going to need amenities. Amenities are what's going to bring people in and help them not bite off more than they can chew. Startups, foundations, small businesses, that's who's starting to come back into the work. Melba's was coming. We knew that already in the middle of the pandemic. Podcasting rooms, event spaces, conferencing areas, things that law firms were starting to scale back that people didn't need in their offices. And then we went on this adventure with Audible that Aisha just told you about. And we finally met Equal Space. And the first time we stood in 89 Market Street and met Medina, and you asked our then chairman, Mark, what his identity was, right? That was interesting. And he said, Grandpa. My identity, I identify as Grandpa. And we said, wait a second. This is a partnership that's going to work. We need to provide something that other skyscrapers aren't providing. We need to provide access, inclusivity, and amenities. And everyone who walked into this building for the next year and a half with you, with us, half of you are in this room, probably more, had a recommendation for floors 1, 2, and 4. And we went on this effort to design together, spearheaded by Dan Blackburn in our office, who's incredible here, right? And Mancini Duffy and Equal Space. And this huge collaboration starting with where you're sitting today. And it started to expand. Well, the Nork Club's not here. We need an event space. And there's event spaces in the area, but this is lacking, and this doesn't work. And we need podcasting rooms and a conference center. And then Melba said, if I have a bridal shower, where are people going to get dressed? So we started to say, okay, businesses are starting to come back in. Foundations are coming back in. Dodge and Victoria have signed leases. All of these non-for-profits have signed leases. I'm going to forget people because now there's too many, right? We're 70% spoken for at this point, including the signed leases with Equal Space. That's not normal for what's going on in this area. But during this time period, how can businesses grow and stay in Newark in conjunction with the city and the state and Audible and everything they're piloting in this program? It's costly for us. It's our investment in the area because we're committed here. It's not normal for a developer, right? So that's our story. That's Fidelco's story in the North End. Working with Equal Space and Medina and Ralphie and Kelly and Jonathan has been a dream. We work for you. This experience has put us onto all of the startups teams and you onto ours, and that's what's incredibly unique. And that's why this will work. It's so important that Equal Space is here because they're able to program the area and the building in a way that, I'll say it, the Industriouses and the WeWorks wouldn't be able to. They would fail. Yep. So thank you to everyone who's here and collaborated on this scale. Deputy Mayor, you know, your official title. I think you said, how can we make our arts and education district larger than Dallas? Was it Dallas? This might be the answer. I think by using all of the event spaces and the amenity spaces that are here, we can all do it together like we've done to build these spaces. So thank you for coming to our building and for being here.
Shout out to Kerry for naming names. I said I wasn't going to do it. And for those of you that are wondering, this is phase 1 of the 4th floor. The next 2 floors are coming online. And I also just want to give a quick shout out because, you know, this is a launch pad for Audible's broader business attraction and startup attraction efforts. And so we already have startups that are members of Equal Space and others that we've brought into the neighborhood. So I'm looking around. I did see Pockstock. I did see Fitnicity. I did see Alpha Rock. So afterwards, when you mix and mingle, you know, I don't know, somehow spot them. Okay, last but certainly not least, to close us out, I think it's important for me to emphasize that I do not work in a silo. I think I've been in Newark now for almost 9 years. 9 years. And have known many of you throughout my career here. And many of you think that it's just Aisha, and it's not. There is a really strong team. I do want to give a shout out to, why am I not saying your name, Ari? He's on my team. I know his name. Ari Fox in the back, who's really driving our business attraction efforts. And Audible has several senior leaders in the room, and that, you know, support ongoing from our general counsel to our chief operational excellence officer. Our CTO is here. So many people. But I say that to say that I do not have full reign, but I do have both a great team and great leadership within Audible. And none of this happens without that kind of balance between the support and leadership. So I'll invite our last speaker up, who has consistently shown up, not just for me and for our impact work and for Audible, but for Newark and Tubman Square. He sees the vision, he believes in it, and he's also helping to shape it. Audible CEO, Bob Carrigan.
Okay, thank you, Aisha. First of all, big hand for Aisha. This is what a visionary, and also Ari Fox as well. Thank you for all you do. Yes. Okay. Well, again, I'm Bob Carrigan. I'm the CEO of Audible. It's really just a great pleasure to be here. We're really excited to be here alongside so many esteemed guests and public officials to mark the opening of the second location here in Newark of Equal Space. So this company's vision is one that we are very laser focused on at Audible, bringing more businesses to Newark and providing more opportunity and innovation at a time when we're seeing critical momentum in this, in the revitalization of this great American city. And what makes this also great is that collaboration with key community stakeholders, working hard to work hand in hand to support local innovation and entrepreneurship and to expand opportunities for Newark's diverse, high-growth companies. And I have to add, this really resonates a lot with me personally. Prior to Audible, I was the CEO at Dun & Bradstreet, and we were one of the early investors in Newark Venture Partners, which has a similar mission of bringing companies and economic activity to this great city. So I really believe in the vibrancy of this city and the dedication that we have. And our mission here is really, it's one of the main reasons why I came to Audible almost 4.5 years ago. So as Aisha mentioned, last year we launched our business attraction program with the goal of thoughtfully and equitably growing the city's innovation ecosystem by helping diverse companies to expand and relocate in this city and benefit from all that it has to offer. So the program offers each company up to $250,000 in grants, non-dilutive, plus stipends to live and shop locally, networking, and also mentorship opportunities with the Audible staff, which we actually benefit quite a lot from, and all of that energy and that innovation that inspires our staff. So it's really a great two-way relationship. So since launching in 2023, we've already committed over $2.5 million to the first companies that have joined the program, and this number will only continue to grow. So Equal Space is one of these pioneering companies we've been fortunate to work with through this program, and we're proud to have been part of bringing this second space right here in Newark to life. Medina gave me a personal tour this morning, which was great, and what a dynamic, awesome, modern space it is. It was also really cool to have the western-facing view of Tubman Square, and looking across that, I don't get a chance. We get to look the other way, so it was really fun and beautiful, actually, to see that view across. It really is inspiring. It'll be so inspiring for so many of these startups to be able to look out and just take it all in, and that energy here in Newark. So we're confident that Equal Space will continue to provide valuable work and continuing to nurture these startups. And that's another thing that really struck me, that sense of community. This is not just a workspace, this is a community, and the support that you provide and the inclusiveness that you provide, I think, is the secret sauce, as we discussed this morning. So thank you to Medina and the team here for the work you're doing to bring a truly innovative spirit to Newark. Thank you.
Well, thank you to all of our speakers this morning for the inspiration. And I guess I'll end with, spaces like this do not just happen. They're not by accident. We have to continue to lead with this level of intention. So congratulations once again to Medina, the entire team, and Equal Space.
I totally need direction on this one.
3, 2, 1.
is actually called a HQB, with 3 sizes. We can really like everybody. So HQB can accommodate up to 12 members. The space you're in now is actually the temporary home of the Dodge Foundation.
Okay.
So the Dodge Foundation is actually relocating and coming into the Newark area. So they'll be actually taking a whole floor here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they'll take a whole floor, but temporarily till that floor is online with Fidelco, they'll be in this space. They're here about 3 times a week right now. Super dope. So they get this full space. This is actually mocked up with what we call heads down mode. We actually have an Amazon storefront with every single piece of furniture. They could buy this furniture right out of our space and have it delivered. Because, of course, commercial grade furniture comes with great warranties, great design, but it also comes with a heavier investment. If that's not where they want to, we want to show them you can do a great design without utilizing like the commercial side.
Yeah.
So this is my office. Everything's from Amazon.
So got the DMC cookies.
I do the DMC cookies. That was a great experience. I have to start eating them really quickly though. Like I've kept them there. But the other part is to show like we also have Manhattan Bees.